I told a lot of you this week that what I'm doing today is completely different from our whole natural disaster kick we've been on lately. This has to do with something that's going on right now here in the United States. Um, Luckily, it's on the other side of the United States, on the East Coast. So, this is all about cicadas. And I have a picture up here to show you what one looks like. They're really, really interesting insects. They have the longest lifespan of any insect. So, what's been going on for the last 17 years, this one particular brood has been living underground. They start out underground. They'll live there for 13 to 17 years. This group has been 17 years that they've been underground, crawling around, and actually that's really good for the soil. It's kind of like worms. It loosens the soil, kind of lifts it and mixes it, which makes it really good for plants. Well, here's what's going on now. These 17-year cicadas have emerged. So after their life underground, they now come up and they spend a while above ground. And this is where they emerge and turn to the adult form. Adult forms have wings. So when you get billions of cicadas, you get massive swarms of cicadas. And these things are noisy. They're really interesting. They have a very unique way of making noise. A lot of insects will rub their legs together. These actually have something in their body that creates this noise. And the main reason for the noise is for the boys to attract the girls. They also just make noise from billions and billions of wings flapping around. Anyway, what we have on the next slide is this awesome video all about it. It's going to show them emerging from the ground and swarming. It's actually really cool. But here's the kind of the neat thing about cicadas. They don't cause any problems, really. They don't bite or sting. They don't, they don't cause problems as far as killing plants. What they'll do is, they will nibble at leaves and such, but basically they trim them. So it's not like they swarm and eat everything like a locust or a grasshopper will do. And they provide excellent food and protein for a lot of other animals, which is something you're going to see on that next slide. But here's the flip side of these cicadas. So they don't hurt anybody and they're not dangerous for a lot of animals. But when they get to be in these massive swarms, they can cause some issues. For instance, it was not too long ago, just recently, there was a few airplanes in Washington, D.C. that couldn't take off because so many cicadas had gotten into the engines of the plane. So they had to not let the planes take off. They couldn't. The engines wouldn't work. There have been instances there was one woman who was driving along with her window down, and as you can see, the cicadas are kind of large. Well, one happened to fly into her window and smacked her in the face, and she wrecked her car. She's fine. Her car's not. But there's also something else that they do. And this is something we typically don't talk about because we're very polite people. And, take a look at the video down there. You're going to see what it looks like when you have swarms of cicadas and they all need to go to the bathroom. So you have to check that out. Anyway, fascinating. I love cicadas. I think they're really, really cool. Another thing, there's a lot of people who do love them because when these massive swarms come, it gives them something else to cook. There's a restaurant in the east side of the United States. Actually, there's one I know of specifically. I'm sure there's more that love it when the swarms come because they actually cook the cicadas and add it to some of their food. So, anyway, hey, take a look. This one here is just a few seconds long. It's going to look like it's raining, but that's not rain. And then check out this next video. All right, you guys. Oh, I almost forgot again. Happy Friday! And this is the last All Specialist Friday slides, my friends. I raise my hand to you guys, those of you that have just always been checking it out. Good for you. Hey! All right, have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see some of you around the building. Bye.